To me, it appeared like a, a compressor stall due to bird ingestion, because that's what Ahmedabad is notorious for birds. And I had even written an article in Hindu almost 18 years back, warning that Ahmedabad is a notorious place for birds. And you see, there are rules, ICAO rules and DGCA, that for 13-kilometer diameter, you cannot have garbage dumps, you can't have slaughterhouses, and so many restrictions are there. And that is violated everywhere because of political reasons. And nobody has the will to stand up and tell the political bosses that, no, it has to be done. And I had even warned and had said that someday a big airline is going to crash. And I don't know whether you remember a few years back, a small aircraft crashed in Begumpet, Hyderabad. The fire rescue could not reach because of narrow lanes and crowded locality. The same thing happened in Bombay when that one crash took place in Ghatkopar. So I had written about that, saying that you allow mushrooming of structures without taking care. Airport is not just a runway and fancy buildings. They want to expand, they want to have all the fancy buildings, but when you look at the surroundings, very few, I would say that maybe something like Cochin or Bangalore and Hyderabad, very few airports have built in a safe environment, but none of the others. So this, I feel, when he took off, he must have had bird ingestion at a fairly high speed, just close to his V1 speed. And he might have had a compressor stall, because I had a couple of WhatsApp messages saying that there was a loud thump, and then everyone's talking of his aircraft climbing to 600 feet, 625 feet. But Ahmedabad elevation is 200 feet. So really speaking, he's climbed only 400 feet. If you don't have thrust in both the engines, fully loaded aircraft on a hot day, there's very little a pilot can do. As is the norm in all accident investigation in India, they'll get an air marshal to head the team, and they'll blame the pilot. There's a saying for us that when a pilot is dead, bury him. If he's alive, hang him. So either way, they'll try to find fault, not with the airline, not with the regulator, not with the airport authority or the local authorities. They'll blame the pilot. But, you've lost 200 plus lives if there are no survivors, and plus many on the ground. This is a wake-up call for Indian aviation. And whatever investigation team that they arrange, you've got to have independent, strong-willed persons who are not just signing on a dotted line. If you fill it up with chamchas, you're not going to find out the truth.